And we back. And we back. And we
Yes,
back.
we live. It's what it
Season
is.
2.
What it is. It's what it is.
The return. Season 2. The
Also, I
return.
made it onto season 1 and season 2.
Yeah, but since we're back, just because you, I think by Taba, your episodes.
Why?
No one is listening to it.
Oh, because it's just audio.
Yeah,
No, man. The
This is our
guys
first.
didn't have video at that time, but the opinions are crazy. Opinions are crazy. Well, when
Dope
you watch this
episode.
one, you're gonna like.
Yeah, dope
man.
episodes. Welcome back. If you don't know now, you know. 051 podcast. You know what it is. Bringing it to you live. We're back for season 2, episode 1. Shout out to everybody for the support. Everybody that's been liking, watching, and we hope we get more subscribers and everything. I know we don't have much people like interacting us on socials with Twitter or Facebook or whatever, but shout out to everybody that subscribes. Apparently everybody watches this thing for an hour at least.
Oh, that's
So yeah, on average it's an hour something seconds or minutes or whatever. So I really appreciate that everybody loves the two picture.
No, an hour is 60 minutes. So it can't be an hour, seconds, minutes. Something.
No man, in 1 hour 0.6. So I don't know what the 0.6 is.
0.6 seconds. Is it not?
I don't know.
Or 6 minutes.
Too bad I the like those analytics jalo. All I know is that on average our peoples watch this for an hour, and it's an hour of the data, the hour of the time. And shout out, man, almost on 50 subscribers.
People is using Wi-Fi out here, dog.
After 50 subscribers, it's a competition. Obviously, we're gonna have a new segment whereby people can send through like a voice note of like what's the craziest thing that has happened to them like during the week.
Okay.
And the craziest thing that has ever happened, or not craziest, but like if you just send out like a voice note fella to our WhatsApp line fella, or what into voice note or video, whatever. It doesn't really have to
But something.
be, yeah, just be like, hey
That'd be
man,
dope.
you know, last
That'd be
week
dope.
when
Point to action.
I had to go to the pharmacy and I didn't know that you had to be with a female to get morning afters type
Yeah,
thing.
look, I learned that.
Those type of crazy
I learned
stories.
that
And
early.
you can be anonymous, you can tell us who you are. It's just to get us more interactions. Best story, we give you I think it's gonna be a shirt from one of our local brands. So just be on the lookout when we hit 50
Oh, that's gonna be
subscribers.
so dope.
Yeah, and then shout out to everybody with TV's always been down with the podcast since day one, so it's dope to have you around, bro. Like,
Of course.
shout out again.
Of course.
Yeah. But TV o tlo khutla hape a segela nyoko for his very own show, which was very dope, but ish. Company
Gotta get the paper, man.
company
Gotta get the
la
paper.
la
Project
flopanyana. Company ya rona la flopanyana, but it's whatever. How are you doing, Hotman?
No, look, always great, always wonderful, always. As long as I'm alive, man, there's always a chance. You know what I'm saying?
How's business going?
Business is not easy.
Yeah.
You know, it never is, but it's worth it because I love doing it. Doing new things now. I just started selling eggs.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Well,
Oh,
I didn't.
Boonzi's here with us as well, man. Shout out Boonzi. Yeah. Kata finally ngli Boonzi.
Oh yeah, at the soccer
Yeah,
PS tournament.
CT da, yeah.
But
CT
you guys,
finally.
you know something that happens so much where black parents don't take that so like something that is
Esports,
serious,
you know?
like esports. And esports is something. If you're out there and you know that you are good at the game, don't take that lightly. You know, harness that skill. Watch the tutorials online. You know, from people that are doing better than you. Go on into those competitions. Like enter those competitions. I'm telling you, people are winning £100,000.
Yeah.
£100,000 is around 2 million rand.
That's
You
a
know,
lot of money, bro.
that's a lot of money if you win
Yeah.
it. You know, I understand the competition that you guys were at was what, £35,000.
Yeah.
35.
If you like the finals, the Cape Town, no? After we not Cape Town, no, Brazil. That's where the 35,000 pounds.
35,000 pounds is like almost half a million.
700,
Yeah.
700, 600,000.
It has to be. It has to be 700,000. Ooh, that's crazy. That's crazy. So don't take it lightly. Don't take it lightly. If you are good at a game, you're a girl or a boy, don't take lightly.
Hey, man,
go into these competitions.
Don't close it up, man.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. I ain't even trying the. We're gonna speak about this later. But what I'm saying is that don't close yourself out. Like enter those competitions, and I think I'm hoping that more competitions start to happen around the Free State. I think Free State is so backwards in terms of how. And there's so much talent. I mean, there's so much talent in the Free State. Not about to boriti money. Bakashapa Bafana by Cape Town, no PlayStation. But thing is just that the way Free State is set up,
it doesn't really it's not really conducive.
Yeah, it's not conducive for those things. You've seen places like people who've been to Twatwa, people who've been to Bobutabelo and stuff, like big locations, but the mentality of the general youth in those locations is I don't want to say negative or anything, but it's not conducive. Like how produce we, I think the Free State lacks production. Like in Soweto, in Deep Kloof, there's a street, I'm not even sure what it's called, but Strata Seo. If you are going ka N1, you take the Golden Highway off ramp, and then which will turn you into Soweto, right? After you turn, there's a BP garage. That BP garage, that is in Deep Kloof. If you go straight to that street, you probably go to Meadowlands, Orlando, whatever the case may be. But if you turn left, that street takes you to Bopara. It goes straight it cuts Deep Kloof from Zone 2, Zone 3, through Deep Kloof Mall, and goes down straight until it gets to Para.
Wow.
That street in Bloemfontein would be what we would call Tau Street. The main road, the street that's got Kayla K.
Sharp.
It would be that type of equivalent.
Sharp.
But if you go to that street in Soweto, like Deep Kloof, where I'm telling you, the amount of different types of businesses that are running along that street let you know that the youth there are vibrant and they're thinking of ways to make money, to come out of the pocket, to be innovative, because South Africa has a problem of creating jobs, and it's a huge problem. And I know a lot of people will be on it's the ruling party, and all of that, and I don't want to make the podcast political or anything, but
amen, more knowledge.
There is
we hear true. We hear to like just
Although that is good news to know.
That's some good ass news to know, but at the same time, it's
but anyway,
who cannot deeper into certain topics.
The work that was done by the ANC cannot be overlooked.
Sure.
I mean, there are certain places that were nothing that have something now, RDPs, whatever the case may be.
No.
And the truth is that if the ANC was to stop giving grants, people would stop voting for the ANC. And grants take a lot of money away from the development of the country. Paying child support grants, paying all the different types of grants, except for those that I believe are necessary, like the disability grant, like the pensioners, grant. I believe is very necessary, because in apartheid times, black people didn't get pension money. You would get pension money once or twice in a year, and the pension money you got must be less than the pension money that white people received. So if a white person was receiving, for an example, 10 Rand at that time, you would then have to receive 3 Rand. And you'd only get that 3 Rand once or twice in a year. So I believe that our grandparents do deserve that. But I think the ruling party, especially coming to the next elections, needs to think about rejuvenation inside themselves. For me, and it's a personal thing, I don't think that a person at the age past 55 can still think futuristically.
No.
I think because of how we know the world to be, that the average lifespan of a person should actually be about 73, 76. So once you're about 55, that's no longer half of your life. No one's going to live until they're 100. Like, in the beginning, people used to believe that thing that when you're 50, then you are in the middle of your life. You should be having a midlife crisis. No. When you are 35 years, you are actually in the middle of your life. You understand? So a lot of people now are in the middle of their life. The people that we associate with. A lot of people are turning 30 this year. I've turned 30 long ago. But the thing is to say that people believe, I believe that at that age, this is the people that should be moving more into leadership roles because they're futuristic. They're thinking about, what am I going to do when I get to 60? So that is the future. And that's the type of people that should be coming into the ANC now and starting to lead. The ANC is still thinking backwards. And that's why so much has happened wrongly. Wouldn't you say, if you were to get power after apartheid, whatever the case may be, and white people they did wonderful jobs instead of like their buildings. White people's buildings are still there, like the churches they build. N1 was built by whites. So the road infrastructure is still there. A lot of the infrastructure that white people had built is still there. Wouldn't you want to do? NC's been in power for how many years now, Mac? What,
over 30.
Over 30.
Over 30.
Wouldn't you want 20 years of you guys building infrastructure that is irreversible, so that should you guys lose power, the new party can't reverse that you guys did 1, 2, 3? Because we still have people that still say, old people,
my man.
You understand? It's because of they know what it's like when there's no poverty.
Part of it. And this gets us into our first topic, actually, about why do you think African leaders are so like backwards thinking, like Chapo after they win like power everywhere. Like I see, it's like a case study actually. Okay, in every African democracy or fight for liberation against the whites, whatever the case may be. Robert Mugabe, for example, Sharp got the white people out of the farms. Sharp. Now, where does that put, like our people? Yeah, because now you have a South Africa that is, I don't want to say sick and tired, but it's always like a recurring thing in media where they're saying like xenophobic attacks. Social media, everybody is saying that Hillbro is just, Nigerian nationals, or more. Those type of situations or whatever the case may be. But once you speak to these guys, like the guys that were outside of Brooklyn, of the UN building, go Brooklyn in Pretoria.
Yes.
When they were getting evicted, they were like, "Look, we can't." In the sense of we can't go back. It's not like we can go back home, type thing, because our African leaders, they have more minerals than South Africa. Don't get it twisted. But Congo, especially that's where those refugees were from. Congo has more minerals than Africa combined, I think, maybe, or whatever, because it's just an abundance of resources. All the resources that we use in everyday life is probably from Congo. But there's over 45 rebel forces that are all going for one piece of country. Like, that's why there's so many. There's like 3 Congos now. Like, that's how much fighting they've been happening. And I'm like, where's the leadership? Where's the guy that unites Mazulagada, Basotho? Like, at least we could.
Why must they be that? Why must they be Mazulu, Masotho? Why must they be that differentiation? You see, the problem begins there. And for me, and a lot of people will disagree with me, because everyone wants to be unique and different and whatever, which is great and all that, but no one man is an island. We have to do things together. If, for an example, they say that the Nguni nation is the biggest African nation, whatever the case may be, then every African person should be Nguni. I don't care if you are Shangan, what, Sotho, what, all of us must be Nguni. And this Nguni must be selected, whether it's going to be Xhosa or Zulu or Swahili or whatever. The whoever must select that we are going to speak Swahili, for an example.
Yeah.
Then all African people speak Swahili. Because now we fail to communicate with each other, my brother, so that we can unite each other. We are fighting for the same thing, but we can't hear each other. Thus, we think we are fighting against each other. You know, so for me, I think that our leaders, they became greedy with what the white people showed them.
Now you can get them in cities.
Yeah, this is the other side of this thing.
You
know, and they went onto the other side, and the other side.
Because I'm not taking anything away from them. Most of them got tortured for this. Most of them have went to prison. Most of them family members got tortured and everything for everything.
But this generation doesn't care.
And
they don't care because those presidents that you're speaking about didn't make it a fact for children to be taught history of the country. South Africa, black kids don't know the history of the black South African. They know how white people fought for the land.
Yes.
That's what we know. Yes. We were taught about Jan van Riebeeck. We were taught about the Voortrekker. What? We know how white people fought for this land. And that's why white people won't just give away this land because we say willing seller, willing buyer. How do you fight for something, then just give it up? Even you, if I was to put you in a position like a white farmer, like people would say, if a white farmer is doing produce that's giving him 200 million a year, would you give up that thing because now the person that says to you, this was my ancestral land, would you just give it up like that?
No,
you won't. More especially if you know from school and history that your ancestors fought for this land. It's the sad reality. If South Africa wants to own South Africa will have to fight for itself. We must fight against the De Beers, the Anglo-Americans, in order to own the gold. Because they fought to own those diamonds. They fought.
They forefathers.
They didn't just get them. You understand?
Like, as a prime example, like we all know that the Premier's house was like on fire recently.
Yes.
The Samaritans that were there, Nabatusa,
were white.
All of them
were white.
Yeah, because that's my pa had died.
We were white. Funny. It's very funny. They wanted to save the building, the architecture. Yabona.
Abaraga, Dagigada, Nene. My pa's land.
You understand what I'm talking about? So, as black people, we like we fought for freedom. That's why we want things for free. We fought for freedom. We want things for free. And there was an interview that I watched of a man, and I'm so embarrassed of myself that like I'm forgetting names. This guy says when apartheid was taken away and the ANC took power, what the ANC didn't see is that by offering us RDPs, grants and what, they then made the black man null and void. Because now you don't need to work to have a house. You will give it to you.
Yeah.
You know, and this is what has created this type of people that we have. People are not just doing those things because of just in. Right now, Cyril signed a bill that nullifies BEE.
Yeah.
To nullify BEE, my brother, is to say.
And then, but I don't want to say his name on the thing, but that case on every social media, on all and not even give a damn about victims.
What about Pala? Like a lot of things are happening that we are being blinded by the media, and still we don't learn that this media is controlled and is we are being fed
and
things.
it favors the few.
That's what I'm saying.
It favors the few. This one like him, don't like this one.
The president of this country, new judges were put into place. Judges were swapped around and whatever. You know, the judicial system has changed a bit in terms of who was there. Some judges have retired. All of that thing has happened now. The president of the country is doing what he said he wanted to come and fight against. He said that a president can be bigger than the law, but he's bigger than the law because of certain things are happening in the country that himself knows these things are unlawful. How does someone have money in dollars that was undeclared by SARS? Whatever the case may be, whatever the issues.
Money laundering in Africa is just gold mafia.
How does the president?
Money laundering in Africa is on a heavy basis, man.
How does the president?
Because we have resources, they have the dollar. So you exchange, my man. That's what these like Sudan and Niger. That's how they're gonna trade. Sudan and Niger, our 77 citizens that are there. We have to bring them back. Rest in peace to everybody that passed away in Sudan. But Niger Cyril has like asked Egypt, Chad, and like the surrounding areas, both South Sudan, to help out in evacuating
South
African and other nationals, Southern Africans.
Nationals,
How about South Africa? Who about Southern Africa?
Yes, Zimbabwe,
Botswana,
Angola,
so we have to bring back
Mozambique.
everybody that was associated with us, Lesotho nationals,
Yes.
Swaziland, whatever. Oh, you get what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Well, the problem now apparently in Sudan, they can't get out the British people. Apparently, if you have British diplomats, you are fighting with fire now. You're not fighting with sticks anymore. Because they don't care if black people just kill themselves, UN and stuff. But the British, like the Germans, the Spanish left. The British people are still in.
There will
Sudan.
never be a time where white people want what's good for black people. I mean, former President Jacob Zuma asked, give me an example of where the IMF or the World Bank have helped an African country, and now that African country is independent and is standing on its own. There will never be a time where European nations or America or whatever, Britain, will want Africa to stand. Why doesn't the Queen, after she passed away, why didn't they give back our diamond? Just give it back to say, we've had it for a long time.
Nah, we're gonna bury
it
it with her. Yeah. Kimberly.
They can never allow that. You know, that's why sometimes I'm baffled by maybe young kids that will vote for the DA or be marching with the DA or whatever, because I truly believe that the DA will never have the intentions of a black South Africa at
Never.
heart.
And they've showed it multiple times. I don't understand.
I know how Cape Town is. I visit there. We see the hunger of black people there and the clear divide of black and white. But in any case,
brothers as well.
in any case, I know young kids who will vote for the DA in the next coming elections because they want their province to be like Cape Town.
Hey, we visit there every December. Oh, actually, this Cape Town no just sorry to say, no, yeah, that's why, but man, like it's no longer
that family destination thing.
Not Cape Town, man.
The beautiful city of Durban is always being shown to be Durban is it's corrupt, because Johannesburg, they are finished with Johannesburg.
Who resigned?
Who?
The mayor
of Johannesburg. I'm not surprised.
The municipality
I'm not surprised.
It's wilder than what's going on with us.
Yeah, because I think it was it Mr. Lessufi was talking about they must bring in a law that will now regulate coalition governments.
Yeah, on a chance.
No,
I thought there already was.
To say how does it work? Who has more power? And whatever the case may be. Because let me tell you, South African politics right now is in shambles.
Yeah, no.
We are in shambles. The country is not strong politically. I don't think that the ANC will win without a coalition. And I don't see them coming back after 2024, and they have no one to blame except themselves because of how they have allowed deterioration. Sometimes it's good to be good. Like,
do you wanna speak on the podcast or you good? Do you mind speaking on the podcast?
No, I don't mind.
Oh, okay. Then let's continue. And we're back. Sorry guys, even well busy, man. You know what it is. Chizile, TV man. TV was getting all passionate here, and it sounds like I'm
yeah. Let me tell you something. Is that
let's go to something a bit.
Yeah, politics hurts me. Young black child.
Read a book, man.
Vote for the
and
EFF
read books
in this coming elections. Vote for the EFF. Let's make the EFF
read a good book
the
and a good
official opposition party. No. What today I was watching something here, 50 Cent, and it got me thinking. They were talking just about just whatever. But anyway, the final thing that I got out of that thing that I was listening to with 50 was that beauty without brains, the private parts will suffer, my brother. Like, this whole social media life has changed reality into an image that looks good, and life doesn't always look good, and people can't be real anymore. So I'm letting you guys know that a lot of the stuff that's out there is not real. Go out there, read books about things, research, do your due diligence on things before you go into things. We need a change as young South Africans, and that change is going to be brought about by you in the next elections. I am saying let's make EFF the official opposition party so that we can at least know that there will be a coalition government of old people and young people.
And that's anyway,
we're done with that.
Arab nation
smoke it away, darling.
The Arab nation of Egypt sue Netflix for the adaptation of Cleopatra as a black woman. How do you feel about that?
Okay. I have a feeling of North Africa, which is negative to people. I don't believe that a lot of people in North Africa are African people to begin with. So I really don't care what they did about Cleopatra, because Mac, the history of Africa, and especially of the nations of Africa, they cannot be people like people from Algeria, from Egypt, from Morocco. They can't be Africans like that. They can't be pure Africans like that.
Let's not deviate. How would we feel if somebody adapted, for example, Mandela as a white man?
No. Look, that's
how they feel.
Yeah, look, I get it. Look,
if she was white, they would have understood. Like, yeah, Cleopatra was white.
Yeah, I get it, but Netflix is Netflix, man. I think for them, it's because of they've also, as a white people, feel like they have a tie to this Cleopatra.
Yeah.
That's why they will do it. You've never seen, they've done a movie of Nelson Mandela, they've used American actors, they've always made them black.
Yeah.
Because of Mandela doesn't have a tie of whatever. Cleopatra has a tie of these things. That's why they allowed the Saxons' noses to be chopped off and stuff. Why would the Egyptians allow that? Why would they allow that?
Yeah. Because you know the nose.
It's a story of
there's only one people that have that nose though.
It's a story of another day.
We actually had a conversation about it on the previous pod. Probably about Nababori but Muzi went deep into it. As a globally date, Muzi loves like history and stuff like that.
No,
so
and it's key, man.
Yeah.
It's key,
more knowledge network, dog. We're not here to talk about but we are gonna go into the.
But how do you feel about how do you guys feel about polygamy. What is your guys' stance on polygamy?
Stay.
Because as of lately, I've seen so much of it on TikTok and whatever. Like, I think there's even a community now.
Yes. I'm one of them on Facebook actually, and I just to like.
Oh, you're a polygamist?
No. I just like to check out that group and be like, hey man, okay, people are actually doing this. Yeah. It's not even like a
Because
thing of. It's America. It's not like
I've learned so much.
The case may be. I just I've
learned so much. I didn't know.
Naga to make me feel like it's a cultural thing, but now it makes me feel like even the Americans are, because Bona TV. This is one thing I was sharing with a gay. I wanna say friend, like it's an ex's like cousin, eh? But we were speaking yesterday.
Are you friends with this person?
Yes.
Then he's a friend. You don't have to be a gay friend, a friend of yours.
No, I have to describe it to you because we were basically talking about like why polygamy is like such a thing. Type thing. And I'm like,
no.
Because let me tell you something. We need marketing when I said that means there's one girl for me,
The Bible says.
For me,
the Bible says. No, South Africa.
Now I'm talking modern
what is
day
South Africa? South Africa is a Christian nation.
Yes.
So if you are in South Africa, it means you are living under Christian rule. Like the nation
the
is
commandment.
Christian. The Christian Bible says there will be 8 women to 1 man. I'm not going to go into schematics of go to this verse, whatever.
Don't quote us, please. That's another thing. Don't take us too seriously. But when we're serious, take us seriously.
You will Google those words, write them like that, and then it'll show you. And then write Bible verse, it will show you the verse, whatever. The case, what I'm saying is that there are more women than there are men, and because of a lot of black men being in prison, a lot of black men dying, a lot of black men now becoming coming out as homosexuals and whatever the case may be. They now becomes a gap of females that are now left. Right? These females are left. They will never find the love of their lives, whatever the case may be.
Or they'll never find a good guy. That's how hard it is to be a good guy, actually. Finding a good guy is very difficult for women. A good guy.
But what is a good guy?
No. Like in terms of how sharp he's not a rapist. He's not a fucking asshole. He's not you know.
But Nike understand.
There's weird people.
I don't understand people that say like rape culture.
There's Jeffrey Dahmer out here,
like,
man.
I can understand how do you rape.
No, but Jeffrey Dahmer, but I'm saying there's murderers, there's serial murderers, there's just genuinely you're not supposed
all the
to
good guys are taken, dog. All the good guys are taken. How na ngwana kapa ilu ena lo ka mshimane. But a good girl, yes. So in most cases,
I'm more likely to find than
all the good girls. All the good guys, banana babanka. So and you must you must allow people to go into polygamous marriages.
That's what I was trying to tell my friend. Come on, dog. It's a gaming. You're such a dope nigga, dog. Like, you're gay, you're into men. But a woman would treasure a nigga like you, whatever, Brad. But because of that,
and that's the thing,
with me that has a wife, example.
Yeah, because gay people want straight, they want straight guys. Yeah. It's not just because they're gay doesn't mean they're gay. No, yeah. They want straight guys, because they are female who born.
The competition, That's why Buju will never come back to Canadian.
That boy thing
to the industry. I never. That
boy thing. And on the other podcast, he said that it was like he didn't actually hit Boiti like that. There was red lighting and what.
She literally has a scar.
No, then he said when you're drunk you bleed. So
But because he's gay, he won't get cancelled. Get the fuck out of here, dog. Get the fuck out of here.
no, you can't hit Boiti.
No, you can't hit Boiti, then go on a podcast and act chilled about it. It wasn't that bad. What's up? Let me get back in the industry.
You can't hit.
I mean, there's niggas that have been ostracized from the industry for way less. Way less.
You can't hit Boiti.
Shapa Boiti?
No, not Boiti. Not Boiti. Like there's so much that's going on when I'm Mundli. That's why I'm saying to you, I understand where the Egyptians are coming from, trying to fight with Netflix, but for Netflix, this is just a movie.
Yeah.
You know, and people in Hollywood don't really care. I mean, The Last Samurai was white.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, Tom Cruise was The Last Samurai. You know, the last sacred Chinese thing was Tom Cruise. Japanese. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, people from the Asian nation. I know you guys are not all the same, but that's what it was. No, because you know people get people get offended when you call them Chinese and then he's Korean or he's what
Taiwanese
or you know they get offended and it's like them to all of you to when you see black people it's Zulus.
Yeah.
You know. So I get it.
They know. They hear us.
No,
man.
And the Lona Ludwig book.
I did Afrikaans for 12 years of my life, my man.
Ik praat grafta, broer. Verstaan je?
I can hear it. I won't respond in it, but you can't skinder next to me.
Ik praat grafta, but you know, the Kolom, to Africa, they should be teaching stuff like French. They should teach. First, they should teach Swahili, because a lot of African nations have people that speak Swahili.
Swahili is in every single country.
You know. Then they should teach French.
Is it an official language? Swahili.
I think so. I think in a few countries it is.
In South Africa?
No.
Oh.
No, here, no.
Oh. Ndebele is right though.
Yes, Ndebele is an official language.
And Ndebele Babangata runs Zimbabwe.
The Ndebeles.
Yes.
Yeah, look, now I've always said Southern Africa, SADC, should be South Africa.
How fair?
All of it. Like, I don't see why we shouldn't take over.
We're gonna get cancelled after this one.
No. Mamel. Obviously, the leaders will debate the finer details of currency.
Zhuang Lesotho want a piece of land back from, not even a piece, they want parts back.
I'm sorry to say this. I respect people from Lesotho. My wife is from Lesotho. Sit down. Like Lesotho needs to sit down. Let me tell you something. I
like that we got to the fluffy part of the podcast.
Let me tell you something. For me, we don't have to go to war with Lesotho to take Lesotho.
Yeah.
Or Swaziland. You know. It's simply offering their presidents citizenship. There is no Lesotho citizen who will not want to be South African.
Yeah.
Or
dual citizenship.
All of them want to be again South African. All of them.
Or dual citizenship.
So all we have to do, no, Jula keep up. We offer you. Do you want to be a Lesotho citizen or South African citizen? Finished. It's a yes or a no. Do you want to have South African ID or a Lesotho ID? Quickly, Lesotho will cease to exist.
Oh no, but
Lesotho,
there's no more lawyers.
So Lesotho, they shouldn't fight this thing. What Lesotho should ask for, maybe, should they be a war?
Hey, but Lesotho TV, that's what I say. Hey, the content. Why they boost us so much?
No, the content is funny. And it's wonderful content. Like, it's
so dope.
That killed me, dog. No, but
the motherland. They're dope.
You see, what's wrong is that don't disrespect Lesotho. Respect Lesotho. Like, respect Lesotho, respect the culture of Lesotho, the people, and how Mushweshwe at that time fought for them to keep that piece of land. I mean, like respect them. Don't take them lightly. All I'm saying is that when it comes to like those things that are up there, let Lesotho be South Africa.
I'm not even trying to. I'm
You
like
know,
really
drop
happy.
the borders.
I'm into Korean and stuff now, bro. Like I never used.
Yeah, the
to
music
understand-
is crazy.
Yeah, no.
Very sexual, but
It's
crazy.
crazy, my man. Like next time, my
The
man.
music is
I hadn't
crazy, but
little
very-
say deep back in the
And
day.
Vector, how do you feel about this whole Malum Vector and ambitious records? Are you seeing that?
Whatever. Oh, when he didn't read his contract.
Is that how you're just gonna kick this thing? You're gonna just kick it like that?
He didn't read his contract apparently.
Man, you don't know the story.
What's it?
Now
when last time I saw on the TL, basically he didn't read his contract and he was talking about it on radio.
No. Malume Vector did a song now where he actually speaks about what happened. Like,
I have 50 subscribers, but I'm not an industry person. I can see what's going on.
These people, ambitious records have a funny way of doing business with artists.
Okay.
In the sense that seemingly ambitious music owns your creativity. How basainela?
How do I own your creativity?
You know,
what the music? Oh,
contract or maybe.
For a musician, your creativity is music.
Hey.
Your creativity is music.
Uh-huh.
So if someone tells you how only anything, not even 10% or 2% of your words, your thought, your whatever,
my writings,
then it's a problem. I mean, an artist, we say he half money challenge. His child walapa, like he can't do anything for his family, and moto aring against each other one chase or something like that.
Because
but now he owes ambitious music.
Yes.
Understand? It's like that thing.
Everybody
who was in ambitious music.
Everybody. Aries.
Now you can't even release music.
Black Diamond. Kanakamang. Java. Imana. Hence, I still don't
Java
understand.
Came back.
Hence, I don't understand. Java like he's high. Ambitious to me. I'm sorry to say.
What do you mean ambitious?
He's high. Why all of a sudden also decide you can't go to BET Award and go get like your stuff going on.
I don't want to get involved
with that or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, as soon as you leave that
I'm
place,
glad Java came back.
How who sharper that pinnacle again? And Aries, I don't even think his pinnacle was at Ambitious. It was after Ambitious. That's when now I was like, okay.
But
Mfano can do this on his side.
And I know he doesn't care, ne? Because that's what all of Aries' fans say. Or he doesn't care Halle, South African radio and South African TV.
Fuck out of here. Yeah.
Sharp. Or he doesn't care.
As an artist, I don't consume Black Coffee's music after Homebrew. So he doesn't really cater for me.
So Aries the show upukwa overseas.
I can say I've never seen a live performance.
Can I think what I'm with Seba? That's why I'm my man. Bambuki the Spain.
Come
No, maybe I'll understand. But maybe I'll understand in Nantreke, but we understand.
What did you see?
Is Aries getting bookings? Like performance bookings?
I'm just going to introduce it quickly. Alright. And we're back. TV is a busy man. I think we should just cut it to like a video of the week. Aye, man. I think we should just cut it to our video of the week. This is when our we just discussed like a hot video of the week. I know this video, everybody probably has watched it or whatever the case may be, but it's it looks like it's the Free State, man. I'm not really sure. Cool
Yes,
guy.
it is.
Yeah.
It is it's actually in Bloemfontein.
Oh.
Yes.
So we have a gentleman here that's about to do a test for us here. And yes, let's check it out.
Spore, that's Spore, Jamison.
Oh, no, he's wrong.
Now this one's the same color. How can you explain that? No, because you know exactly which one is the right one, eh? You know exactly which one is the right one. You know exactly which one is the right one. Open this one. I'll pay for all it. I'll pay for it. Open that one.
Aye.
Oh, there we've got the shit one again. Another fresh bottle from him. Okay, krijg my nog 'n glas. Another bottle. We opened another bottle now. Leave it there, please. Bring my weer 'n glas. Waar is die een van Sparrow? Hier staan hy. This is the one from Spa. This is the one we've got from Spa. Okay, Brandon, gooi gou vir my daar in. Just look at the color difference. There you can clearly see the color difference in the two there. You can actually smell this one. It smells like ethanol.
I always wish I could complain like white people and just be like, yeah, don't worry.
White people have rights. They know their rights.
We
We don't know our consumer rights.
Aye.
But let me tell you, this video stems from COVID. Like, this is a 2020 problem. Because when the alcohol was shut, lot of people started to sell alcohol illegally. And this is where the opportunity came for like people to manufacture alcohol illegally. There's a place in Bloemfontein that was closed or found to be manufacturing their own alcohol. I think it was Jägermeister, Hennessy, I think some of the whiskeys, the Glenliverts and whatever, that they were manufacturing for themselves there inside the warehouse. They're almost by the sanitation place, by Heidedown. Well, one of those green. Yes, apparently there was people of Asian descent, who were working there, and they had their own operation there. They were manufacturing their own alcohol and selling it to large majority of the businesses that people go to in Second Avenue or bottle stores and whatever. You know. So, and I mean, a lot of people complained about alcohol. A lot of people complained about alcohol in Second Avenue. People will be saying that this Hennessy is different, whatever, stuff like that. Indeed, it was different. It indeed was different.
The club to blow me down, but there was a month more women I wasn't sharp. I think it was 2019, and it was a Hennessy retweeting from a very popular club. I'm not gonna put down anybody, but after that day I stopped drinking Hennessy in the club. I never drank Hennessy in the club after that night. I was like, I can't.
But it's
in Kabatili.
It's people. It's because things are so expensive in South Africa right now. The inflation has just taken things to a new level where people just want shortcuts so that they can make profit.
How do you get the moonshine? Also choose.
You know, if I had been president during the time of lockdown, I would have only allowed the sale of South African produced alcohol. If the alcohol is not produced in South Africa, it cannot be sold. By now, the South African alcohol market would have grown big enough for it to be able to sustain itself. You know, three ships VSOP instead of Hennessy or whatever. But oh well.
So here's the last video of the week.
So wasithatha-ke umama wasisa ngale kuye fine time sohlala ngala uthatha mina nomntana-ke so masifika ngala-ke usibongile umntana kunomntana intombazane kuthiwa usibongile yes so u-adopted so kwaba nogana-ke kwabantwana la whereby-ke kuyalalwana ngento ezifana nalezo kulutho kubethu abantwana sasebancane then kwathi mase sinawo ama-3 months izamile le nto wathi-ke mina ngifuna umntwana then abese-ke kuba njalo-ke waba mithi singayo futhi ngo-2005 it was late futhi because umntwana umthole ngo-2006 abazali babo ukuthi usibongile umithi and into ebuhlungu yenzakala lapha endlini le nto nje yenza le ndlini mesiyenza noma abantu abadala bakhona noma bahleli nje ecantom thina silapha ebadroom senza into zethu
Barobalana ile cousin.
so bathi no nikhavo le nto le
But she's adopted.
mina kumele ngisuke lana ngihambe ngihlale e-Orange Farm.
Into engayitholi lana is that usestere uyo-initiate yonke le nto le between yena noNtumza but ekugcineni ifamily ixosha umntwana endlini.
I think ku-2009 10 11 12 2013 ngihamba nge-Eastern Cape nje ngizobuya manje ngo-2019 ithe uma ngifika ngakhuluma naye but no at least ngicela umntana lona azi ubabakhe angalathi malume because umntana uthi malume manje eliyangenyisa mina lento because umntana usenze isibongo ungasesakho kanti ungcono umntana akasenze isibongo asaziyo uzonoma ubheda uzobazi ukuthi hayi manye lapho ngiyenzele 1 no 2 no 3
So kuthinakeleni between usibongile nomntwana.
no enhle kahle kahle khona nami into eyenzakala ne nje mesidate nosibongile usibongile mekenza i-paramedics
Yeah.
kune out mekazona nala ku paramedics so what happened ithema abafanda ukuthi umeet nje nami sebangixosha bathatha ke bo bakhuluma nosibongile no masingathi umntana uka Tumelo masithi kwa bra yabo so ubra walibamba kanjalo ibhanji washada walobola then washada white wedding and menkhona ke emshadweni
Sonke lesikhathi. Wena why is it that ungakhulumi noma mncane ngale ndaba umtshele uthi this is the situation, this is how I feel.
So, to cut a long story short, at the end of the episode, the woman denied this guy, and then Ifelamu buckets and DNA test. So we don't know how the DNA test went. She refused it, but yeah, these are the type of things that are happening in our everyday life.
I mean, women are deep, brother. Like, you know, I think.
She says they only had like sex once, and that's it.
You know, I think one of the worst things a man can do to a woman, go sharp, and stuff. You know, cheating now has just become another thing, whatever. But Uchariso hands ball to raise someone under false pretenses, and then that person gets taken away because no one cares about how this guy yo anyetsing is going to feel as o fitla mshimane eleng ntate wa tsebangile malume wa ngwana o are no ke ngwanaka wa understand. What about wena motho who's been told ke ngwana how since 2013?
I'll still take care of the kid though if I found out that he is the dad. Because go on how man at the end of the day. Like it's a conversation we should have as men. Remember now, there are niggas okay, it's all within your rights to. It's well within your rights to say no and be out. But I know a court case. I know a court case whereby whereby the guy answering handsball was forced to pay, my man. Because he had already been taking care of the kid. But obviously after like 3 years, now after you found the proper father as the woman, then you stop paying. But I don't know what happens if she doesn't find the father in that 3 years, man. I don't know if you still pay if you don't. But casing msadi ango ise because le ntse cohabitation kapo le nyetswe whatever, and this kid was
But
just for 10 years.
This is under false pretenses.
A good utlwisise.
Ha wa mpolella nnete hore ngwana se wa ka.
Which woman is gonna tell you hore ngwana swa hao tebang?
Ke tlalosa ntho eno Mondlane.
Hey!
So that's why go belang ke wena o re no o tlatlameha o hlokomele ngwana o ngwana ke ngwana hao. Ke hlokomela ngwana o le ngwana ka jwang e le o ke bolelletswe maka.
Khoto, it's either you do it really. To be honest with you, 2 weeks back, the previous host of the podcast, Hotman and PD, we were chilling with one of their Hotmans, and that Hotman willingly said, "Mfano kill henzalaga, but we digging, mfano kimzana blind in planang." And
when
as a
you
dude,
know,
yeah,
when you know, how say about mamela
hence I'm saying the
mamela
in the
ke tjola ngwanana
Eh.
ngwana no wa mpolella ge mona ke tlo ba le ngwana ke yo ngwana wa ngwana hao.
No, that's not what a mahenza is.
No, you can't give me a handsball and then when it blows up in your
I am
face
saying-
I must react well.
I am saying that I understand if you grew with this kid for like 3-4 years, whatever, and you are
18
like,
years 18 years, and on the 18th birthday he found out it wasn't his.
that's what this chick was saying. He was insulting and getting an honest woman.
But he is the biological father, and because of o itse ngwana ke wa motho o ntimme monyetla wa ke be part of my child's life. Emon handsball is o amoha ngwana monyetla wa o tseba ntatae, although wena on your side jalo ka motho wa mme o ipelletse hore o protecta ngwana because of mo leng teng mo motho o tlo reng ke ntate wa ngwana o na le tšhelete o hantle o tla kgona hore a supporte ngwana, and in many times e ba jwalo vele o thola hore ngwana ona wa supporte ya o ba hantle ntho tena out hantle wa bona, but you have still done trainer ya o cut it out.
Hey, and as black people, it's cultural and spiritual.
Hey, it's spiritually.
Cultural.
It's spiritual. You see, the thing is that we can't change the fact that as African people, we are tied to the ancestors.
Okay, I have a different view, but I respect yours.
You are tied to the ancestors because you grew up with Sabakabadim.
Mm.
Because of that, you are tied to the ancestors. You can decide, no, nam, well and good. Well and good. That is your prerogative. But know that your bloodline is tied to ancestral things.
Ah, no, definitely.
Things that require blood, that require
parts.
that require whatever the case may be. Because funny, white people practice these types of rituals and voodooism and whatever, and then they tell you that black people do witchcraft and whatever.
Witchcraft. But the Spanish flu. Flu Africans. But like a chemical warfare.
There's a person Akila Botsapoto Mundane. What if?
No, but we're deviating, man. We're deviating.
No, look, now for me, I think the lady is wrong. And njoba yentseng from Balebanyane in Ilimpi. Why never go balance? Why never go balance?
She's an orphan.
No, but it's wrong. Reka say adopt ngwana and then umo this is a joke. Ba wrong. Ba ntse butu. And then the family leona ba ntse ntwe ntle o le ka ho ipata ntwena in terms of ba itshware be ntwa family whatever gale di etsuwa ntho tseno. But jwale di senyeha ka e senyeha ha ba nyadisa ngwanona ka ngwana yo Wa bona.
Hey.
Ne tshwantse be ba holdile ngwana ona back. Wa bona. This is what I believe when I'm Mundlani, ne. If you have a baby with someone and you and that person don't get married, ha motho le o mong a nyala, a ska nyala ka ngwana ha.
Oh, yes.
A nyale.
Yes.
Yeah, na a be le
Yes,
bana ba
yes,
hae,
yes.
a tla ba le bona lenyalong whatever.
Eh.
A ska ba etsa lenyalo la hae ka bana ba ka ngwana ona.
Okay.
Understand?
That makes sense.
Eh,
And I'm glad someone that has a kid has a perspective on something.
ngwanona
like
a ska hlaela mo leng jwalo because of many times how ho be monate for batho bana. Although sometimes it's great and it works out well. In my case, it worked out very wonderful, whatever. But it's not an easy and a wonderful thing. And I know for one out that trip, but but the most unfortunate thing for one know is that so by that already disadvantage family. That's a disadvantage. O tla tlameha a phele maybe le nkgono wa hae or le ntatemolo wa hae or whatever the case may be. And then about a tjhakele batswadi ba hae. Because in another way, if a omong parent power over the other parent, wena o dula le ngwana, so o dula le ngwana o bona o a sa etsetse ngwana next o utlwisisa o hana ka ngwana o na ka se bone ngwana no wena o busy wa tla ngwana o etsang. So in most of the time batho bana they are always in conflict and ngwana o dula le dintho. But if ngwana ka leka ho ba in a neutral ground mo batho bana tshwantse ba ye ho ngwana, then e ka etsa ntho tse even. That's what I think.
We have a new segment, season 2. Actually, we have 2 new segments. Voice note. We'd like to hear a voice note or a video view, being anonymous and telling us your story of the week. Then it could be you like reacting, whatever. And then now that the party DJ, obviously, More Knowledge Network, we've opened up a segment whereby we're gonna be like reviewing a song or a music project
Video,
or whatever. Yeah.
That's dope.
I want it to be more diverse. So Nikizim Lemo will do like shout out Lemo. Unfortunately, Lena got stabbed recently.
Where?
Shout out to Fulgence Kronoda. And
Why?
hey man, they were trying to take my homie out, but I haven't been able to like reach him.
These small towns are very violent, whatever.
Yeah, man. That's why if you were anticipating to see Lemo, man, TV is just helping us out for this episode. Hopefully, next episode Lemo will be back and we'll be able to pod.
And ask him why he got stabbed.
No, I've chilled. I've been chilling Lemo.
Or is he better now?
Yeah, get traumanya you fella. He's not okay.
Hey, I've never been stabbed. I can't imagine that.
You got stabbed like 8 times. That's the reason. So.
Oh, I just felt it coming.
Yeah, I can say, but I don't know. It's still a stab if it didn't. I see blatant. If
Hey. Yeah, it's a stabby tab.
It's the stabby tab,
It's a
my
stabby
G.
tab.
Yeah, but okay. Sorry to deviate to something so tragic. Shout out Lemo. Probably see you in the next episode, homie.
Shut up.
The song that we're reviewing for today has to be from the Free State. Free State did produce a fire this previous week on Friday with feature from Northwest.
With a feature from in fact, it's funny. Matlera is also from Raids.
Yeah, so he's
a Free State.
He's a half and half.
He's a half and half.
He's a half and half. So we can say it's a locally produced product, man.
Gas on production.
I'm gonna let Hotman introduce the review for the song as one of the writers probably of the song.
No, it's the boys Stino and 20 dropping a fire album that's coming out on the 26th of.
What's the single called?
On the 26th of May. It's actually the title single. It's called You Want Some More, YSL. Hashtag YSL. Why am I saying YSL?
Hey man, we're not trying to get a Rico up in here, man.
Sorry, hold up.
We're trying to get a Rico.
You Want Some More That's the hashtag that you guys should be going on. It's the single. It's the title of the album as well.
Budui.
You want some more? It's coming out. I think if you go on iTunes, you check. They've got the list already. The track
Even I
list
saw
is
the
already
ladies on
there.
there. Oh, that's fire.
The,
Oh, that's fire.
the interlude Dike ladies there. Chaining Day is there. Sporo is there with Casper. Snakes in the Grass is there with Nadia Nakai. You want some more? It's got Matlera Dope Boy, the phenom from Matlera. Right now, one of South Africa's hottest MCs.
And it's a good Nox can find now. Nox didn't believe me about that.
I think his rap is unorthodox, and you want some more. The song in particular is very unorthodox. You heard Stino's flow on the song. I mean, I really have a lot of sleepless nights doing the most. I mean, you heard the flow, how it is. I mean, you heard 20 on the hook, and you even hear on 20's verse. It's unorthodox. It's just about how they speak, the lingo, the thought behind Stino and 20, the energy that is about to be displayed in South Africa. I think for me this year, we're about to see the rise of the rap duo again. Stino and Trini are going to be the number one duo, like we had Tear Gas, like we've had TKZ for Kwaito. This is what we are about to see. The album, people, a lot of people have been asking me, what does the album have? What does the album contain? I think the album is a mixture of Nox is the one that put it better. You're gonna get the Sete type of song.
We need to get Nox on the podcast.
You're gonna get your
dope.
Sete type of song. You're gonna get your Never Ride type of song. You're gonna get your Lemonade type of song.
Yeah.
Like that album has it all. Rest in peace to AKA. I don't think that AKA can mess with You Want Some More.
Okay. Hey man, I like that in hip hop you can see that. Yeah, in hip hop it's a sport, man. So, okay.
Hashtag YWSM.
Yeah, man. Truths and thoughts, Stevie. Let me not take too much of your time. I know you're busy, man. What's up?
Look.
What did you think about today's topics? What can you tell the people that is so inspirational that concludes the episode on?
All I'm gonna say is that be different, black child. Don't look for the government to do things for you. This government is not in the position to do anything for anyone. I think right now, think out of the box. If you are going to school and study something that's going to give you something that you'll be able to employ people with, or that you're going to be able to add value with, because South Africa is slowly and surely going into being overtaken by foreigners who I believe are being allowed
Africa in general.
Are being allowed too much freedom into the country. I always say to someone, do you think that we can take ZCC and open a ZCC church in Lagos?
Joe, wait, Jesus.
There's certain things that happens in this country that are going to disadvantage you. That BEE law that we spoke about a bit earlier is going to disadvantage you, because there will be no need for you guys to be hired at work anymore, because a lot of work is held by white people, and they were hiring you because it made them BEE compliant. But now, because it really doesn't matter anymore, you're going to get difficulty in getting jobs, and South Africa is already struggling country. So if you're out there in your university, make sure you're studying something that's going to get you something, or something that you'll be able to use to employ your peers. They will need it. Don't just go to school because it seems cool. And this social media era that we live in, where you look at social media and we are so hungry for people to like our pictures, our posts, our captions, has made us very shallow as people. And it's going to be tough. It's not easy. It's going to be tough. Brace yourselves. We're going to be in for one hell of a world transformation.
Yeah, man. Let more knowledge set you free. More knowledge network bringing you to your life.
Buy XRP. Buy XRP. Don't ask me what it is, but buy XRP.
Everything that DB said in
Google
the podcast is
buy
DB's
XRP.
words. Shout out to
the legend.